Hi, welcome to our league match versus Minotaurs AFC. These guys actually beat us last time when we were at home, but we weren't online for that match. I think that was literally the only senior league match that we weren't online for this season. I could be wrong. I think it was the only one that we've missed, and we lost that. So 100% loss record for matches we've not been online for this season. I think that's true. So what's going on? We're just going with the same team really. I think the team news Palini was sold, so Oliveira takes his place on the substitutes bench, and we just get on with it basically. Another day, another match. This realistically is very close to being a must-win match, I think, if we want to have any chance of finishing in the top three. These are one of the teams that, this is basically one of the teams that we'd have to displace to get there, so it's pretty much a must-win match if you're talking about us wanting to finish in the top three, or giving ourselves a chance to do it. If we lose this match, I think that's literally it. Could be the case that if we get a draw, then who only knows, but yeah, it pretty much is just, there are three teams that we could, two of the three teams we aren't going to displace, basically. There's two teams that are pretty much nailed on their top three spots. Just pausing it because this isn't really going to plan, and this is where we've said before that we would just set ourselves up more defensive and hope that we can get to half time without conceding. Try and balance the match up a bit. Just paying attention. If you hear background noise, sorry about that. We've got cooking going on here at the same time. And I think, like we've said before, our team can shut up shop pretty good. And if we were defending a lead right now, I'd be happy, but we're not. But I think we really also have to kind of bear in mind here that we've had a lot more of the play since we've changed to this formation. Now I say that, and of course they just have to have a shot as we say it, but I think we've looked better since we've changed. So we've got to decide whether, I think we just keep going with it, and then I think this is pretty straightforward because we're doing a lot better than we were before. So I think we just stick with this and make a decision a bit later on when our substitutes can be of maximum impact. So I'm just going to slide the mouse in around where probably the time is that we want to start thinking about that being true. And of course we've got a knock, so we want to, it's our main scorer as well. So we've got some choices here. I think Lange is the one though, because he's the most tactically flexible, and he can feel that void a bit better. But that hurts. He's a leading goal scorer, our best player probably. Oh, I don't know if he's yeah, he's definitely that. It is true to say that he's our leading goal scorer. It's almost a consideration just to leave him out there with a knock, mind you. One of the couple players where that would be true. Could be true. And ever since that's happened, yeah, team is not looking as good without him. So we got a decision really, and tactically we're a bit more limited now without. Yeah, I think we could bring on a fresh defender. That is an option. I think we do that at this point, and just going to quickly pause now and check the league table, which we should be doing before the match, quite frankly, just to see exactly what. Yeah, I mean, realistically, this is it, right? It's them. We got to displace them and Hardly Athletic. That's how we get that top 3 spot. It's basically a must-win match. We got to treat it like that. So, okay. So we're just going to up the tempo, just basically increase that event flow. Yeah, there's more chance we'll lose, but I think, alright, and I guess we can try go more attacking here, so lanes will go up front and get more attacking. And this could really blow up in our face, but I think we just got to take the risks. I'm not happy with that. I think we want to make our last change. I guess it's just what it is. I guess we'll bring on Olivier, fresh winger, and hope that he can have an impact. I'm going to press now as well. We're taking a risk. I don't think it's. I mean, I think we just. I guess technically we still do have an option because I think we can go more attacking here, which I guess we'll do. Just really try and take the game to them. Obviously, this has massive scope to not work out, but. Lots of key defensive plays in the running there from both teams, and had the shot. Oh no. Well, I don't know. What can you say? I mean, we tried. We did try. We got a draw, it's not a bad result, but I mean, we definitely tried to win this. The fact that we needed a goal and that our leading goal scorer got that injury, didn't really help in that plan, quite frankly. But we did try. I mean, we can't say that we didn't try to win this match. We really did. In the end, we were 4-2 forward, attacking. We were really trying to take the match to them, and yeah, we easily could have lost this match. Let's be clear, but potentially we could have won it. It was just one of those matches, really. It was just balancing on the tightrope. It definitely just could have gone any which way, and it was a draw. And we needed it to be a win, really. I mean, not mathematically speaking, just practically speaking, it's just like that was clearly it. Whatever. But again, like, a loss would have been a disaster. I think we really did need the win, and that showed in the way that we approached that game. Because at the end of the match, that we, wasn't really going our way. It was, they had more. It was the play was there. They all had the run of the play at the end, but we kept plugging away, because this is one of those cases where it wasn't really about a draw is worth 1 point on average, and if you have a 50% chance to win or lose, then it's worth 1.5 points, and if you have a 40% chance to win and a 60% chance to lose, then it's still worth more than 1 point on average, and all of this sort of stuff. It was nothing really like that. It was just more of a case of if we want to finish third, we probably needed 3 points, and if there was a 33% chance we'd get the win, on average it was only worth 1 point, and it was probably about the case at the end. When we were pushing forwards, it probably was about maybe 33%, maybe a bit more, but let's just say for argument's sake, it was only 33% chance. So on average, it would have been the same amount of points as a draw. But the thing is, it wasn't about averages anymore. It was about the fact that if you want that third spot, we really had to beat that team. We can still overhaul them, I think, though. I mean, it wasn't that mandatory in the end. Maybe a draw wasn't that bad. Looking at it again now, with time, which we could have done before the match started, no problems to have done that. We easily could have done that. Looking at it now, it's pretty clear that, maybe a win would have been nice, but at the end of the day, I think the harder team to overhaul is going to be Hardly Athletic, and they're probably the team that we just have to try and beat when we play them. And for now, really, like, teams, everybody is dropping points, so at the end of the day, it's still at the stage of the season where it's not about any specific individual matches. I think it's still at that stage of the season where if you can just string 5 or 6 wins together against anybody, even just the bottom 5 teams, we'll say even just the bottom 5 teams, but the bottom 5 teams are picking up lots of results themselves. But, if you can just win 5 matches against anybody in a row, I think all of a sudden any team that does that is just going to be, just their position is just going to be looking way, way better, a lot rosier than what it does at present. So anyway, cheers, thanks for watching, and for the record, you can see that we did try, we went for it, and that could have easily backfired, but you can't say that we didn't try. So cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you in the next match.